Bird gang, bird gang. Hello everybody. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. Today I will be teaching you this super advanced wire wrapping technique. There's nothing really super or advanced about it. It just looks really complicated, but I'll be guiding you all the way through it. So let's get started. So we're gonna jump right into this tutorial. We're gonna cut 4 pieces of our thick gauge wire, at least 10 inches long, and then we're gonna crimp it right in the middle, giving it a nice V shape. So there's not much to wire wrapping. Just make sure you have good posture. Make sure your back is straight. You're looking up. You don't want to be hunched over. Over time, that'll really affect your back. And if if that's how you're comfortable, just make sure you do a little stretching, a little exercise after, because after long periods of time, it'll really affect your body. Also, pay attention to your breath and the way you're breathing, the way you're reacting to maybe like some problems that you make, or mistakes while you're wire wrapping. It's not a big deal. Practice makes improvement here. We're gonna take 2 pieces and take our half round wire, or whatever wire that you have, and do 1 loop around. We're gonna call them posts, and we're gonna continue adding another piece of wire and do another loop around the posts until they're all tied. Now, just crimp them down. Make sure they're tight and clean. You want to make sure they're flat. Be gentle when you're working with your wire. And then what we're going to do is we're going to continue going around each post 1 more time. I really can't get over this music. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. It's been a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun wire wrapping, and being able to share this with you guys, it means a lot to me, so thank you. So now we're going to split the posts and bend them towards each other, and it's going to create it'll create a big flower petal, and what we're looking for is a small flower petal. So there's the big flower petal. Yeah. Beautiful. And then what we're going to do is we're going to crimp them so that the flower petal is going to be much, much smaller, like so. And we're going to do that to each post. So once that's done, we're going to take our half round wire, or whatever wire that you have, and we're going to tie the posts together, like so. Now that all of our posts are tied, we're going to start with one. Now it's a whole new post. So we're going to grab by where we tied them down and bend them back. But we're just going to do one at a time, because it'll save a lot of hassle. You don't want to do all of them at the same time, and you have all these wires crossing and it becomes a pain in the neck. So now we're gonna space out the wires in the back just a little bit, and then crimp them again right in between each flower petal. So it's best to really take your time in this part and try and get it as even as possible. The more even, the more symmetry, the cleaner the piece will actually become. So now that these new posts have been made in between each flower petal, we're going to tie them down again with our half round wire. So now that the posts have been made, instead of keeping it straight, I wanted to add some curves in this piece. So I curved the wires back a little bit, and I'm making the post behind the flower petals. Once the posts have been made, you're going to tie them down like we've been doing, and we're almost finished. It's looking good, guys. Great job. Now that the posts are tied, leave the longest one you have for the bail, but now we're going to bend them forward and tuck them underneath the top of the flower petals. So for the bail, I simply took my wire and wrapped the last post about halfway, and I bent it back on itself and tucked it underneath the flower petal again, just to make sure it's secure, it'll hang without breaking. Now that the bail's finished, take your finger and try and find any rough edges. We call them burrs over here. So try to find any burrs and use your pliers to smooth them out.